Always very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think ZVP is my personal favorite, but I will never complain about watching a TvZ. Not once.
ZVP can be very good too. There's a lot of swing in that matchup.
Yes.
Now here we are on the map Dathara for map number 1, representing Afreeca. It's DRG.
Love that guy. And in the bottom right, it's the runner-up for GSL Season 2, Cure. All right, Cure, we know you can do this. I believe, God, did they meet up in GSL? I'm looking this up real quick. La 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 la. GSL Season.
I don't think they did because I remember being heartbroken.
That they didn't match up?
No, that they did, and that one of them had to lose.
Ah, yeah, that's fair.
I want to say DRG played like Inno or Maru or someone in the last season. I don't know.
Hold on.
But yeah. What a match number 1 we had. And now we are getting into the next one here. Oh, it was TY that DRG lost to. And Kieran got knocked out in the round of 32, right?
No, you're
no,
right.
The round of 16. To DRG. Okay, so they did play.
Oh, good. All right. You had some experience this year already.
Gosh, yeah. The GSL round of 16 groups were really, really good.
Always very good.
Like we had
Scary
Group
good.
B, which had Zest, DRG, Cure, and Solar, and then C, which had Stats, Maru, Beyond, and Parting, and then D, which had Trap, Inno, Dark, and Rogue. Which was just mental, if I do say so myself.
You can't even name a group of death. You're just like, well, everyone dies, I'm afraid.
I mean, all everyone in Group A was just like, oh, thank goodness. Alright, so Reaper Expand after an SCV scout for Cure. Cure is a very, very good TvZ player. And someone on the Reddit post for this event actually commented, like, it's awesome to see Kier playing again. Like, he beat Cyril and Raynor. Or, yeah, he beat one of them and then maybe lost to the other, I can't remember. But he showed some really good TvZ against those guys. And then it's been a while since we've seen too much of him, since his early exit from GSL.
Right.
And he goes for the 3cc.
Of course he does. Like, what's the negative here? Why would you not do this? I can't think of a reason. Nope. No reasons come to mind. So yeah, Terrans know what's up. DRG is not taking a third yet, which I find a little questionable.
Alaire starts.
Wow, on 2 base.
So this will probably
Mutas.
be like the 2.5 base Muta, you think, eh?
Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. I really hate the lair morphing animation on this skin. It looks like there's trash bags covering it.
I mean, you're kind of right.
Yeah, it's like someone just put a bunch of hefty trash bags over the top of it, and it's just like...
you know, now that you look
pulping.
at it really close, like, it does look like a trash bag, like the fiber of it.
Yeah, the texture, for sure.
Oh my gosh. You just
Now you're never
ruined
gonna-
this for me.
I know, you can't unsee it.
Ruined!
Ruined forever.
Okay, now Kier is taking a rather different approach to what we have seen from Dream. Stopping at 2 Hellions and then going right into the bio production.
I don't hate it.
So he's gonna drop like a madman.
Which, honestly, sure. I mean, the problem is there's going to be mutas. Your drops are going to be pretty severely limited at some point.
Yeah, and that is why DRG likes this style. And honestly, this is going to be such a good match between these guys because Cure is a guy who just drops all over the place and has got incredible multitasking. And that's why he prefers
has
3 racks instead of the more Hellion style.
Yeah.
Whereas DRG, he's so good with his mutas and stopping drops and harassing with them He just butt heads perfectly. And the result is great StarCraft. So we see Kier just building up that Marine count. He should have his 2 Medivacs starting up as soon as he can. He's just got to get a little bit more gas first. And then things are going to heat up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's been a time that I've seen a Terran go for really heavy drops against a Zerg player that's committed to Spire play, and it's ever really worked for the Terran. Like, maybe you'll get 2 or 3 drops, but that's usually about it. If you're really trying to commit to it, a lot of it gets shut down.
You definitely are correct about that. However, for Kier, 2 to 3 drops can be very lethal.
True. True. Depends on the damage done.
If the Zerg underestimates him ever so slightly, it's like, oh, all those Lings died. Oh, now drones are dying.
Oh, I didn't respond to this properly. No, I'm dead. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it now. DRG starts his +1 for his mutas immediately, indicating that he is going to be playing a lot of mutas. No surprise there. All the while Kier, he's got his 1/1 attack upgrades on the way for his bio, so that's going to do him very well and really power up his drops. But look at this, a counterattack from Dongregu right away, just moving out with the Lings, getting on top of the wall. Lings are in the natural. This is a disaster for Kier.
His door was wide open. Time to go, Marines, he says, attacking up the other side. Hellions trying to clean up the damage down.
Oh!
And, you know, surprisingly, only 3 SCVs died. A bunch of Marines went down, but 3
Yeah.
SCVs got killed. The attack on the other side got completely shut down by DRG.
Those were some big Baneling connections on the Marines, however.
Yes.
Kier did have his 2 Hellions actually at home, so they did help clean that up. But losing the momentum there from that drop is a pretty big loss for the Terran.
It is, but he is not deterred. He's going right back in.
Yep. He says, all right, let's try that again.
Oh my gosh. It's exactly what he did last time. I guess he has some Widow Mines this time. That helps.
This time he won't be distracted by Lings at his natural, so he'll micro the Marines like a god.
There we go. And the Widow Mines will kill 18 Banelings.
18?
That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot to ask. I don't think there are enough for that, actually.
There isn't
He
enough.
just goes home. Look at this. Kier's like, never mind.
All right, he's like, okay, I'm not that suicidal.
Man, if there was stuff in that bunker, that'd be nice. Hey, there is.
You read your mind?
It's like, I got this. I got you, Falcon. Don't worry. I can hear the worry in your voice. Yeah, I think Kier's doing all right.
Shout out to Widowmine hitting a queen being one of the most insignificant things ever. Queen's just like, ow. Anyway, spreading creep.
Yeah, of all the Zerg units, it's like Ultralisks and Queens that care the least about a single Widowmine hit. Everybody else is like, very squishy units, Zerg players, or Zerg units. Zerg players are probably squishy too, honestly. Widowmines would probably kill them.
Oh, sneaky
Did he
Widowmine.
hide that? Oh, he hid it behind the refinery. So mean. So mean. Such a good place.
Terrans are so smart.
Like, honestly, Terrans, if you're watching this now, put your Widow Mines in that position behind the refinery. Zerg players will not see it.
Yeah, Kira's like, hey, Dongregu, I bet you haven't seen this one before.
Dongragu's like, curse you, hidden Widow Mines. And, so Railgun, GM player Zerg in the EU, he just doesn't make Lings or Banelings anymore against Terran, because Widow Mines are so prolific.
Hold on, no Lings, no Banes.
No Lings, no
So,
Banes.
He's a Roach man.
Yeah, Roach, Ravager, Ultralisks, some Lurkers. But he's like, I've lost too much stuff to Widowmine hits in my time.
Which is very fair. The gazillion turrets for Kira are doing what they can. The Thor comes in to help out.
I thought Drilling Claws was going to get sniped.
Yeah, fortunately it does not, thanks to those turrets. Oh, this is the DRG muta control.
Yes.
We were talking about how good the muta control of Rogues was. DRG's might even be a little bit better.
Rogues is very good, but he's much less caring for each individual Mutalisk, whereas Dongregu is I mean, I feel like he's named them all.
Yeah,
he's very interested in keeping them alive.
He is their mother, and
Yeah.
he weeps for every muta he loses.
He does. It's like Serral's the same way. Serral will make 5 mutas, and they will never die for the entire game. He's a crazy person.
Okay, 3-3 is on the way for the Terran.
Nice. Upgrades, not 3-3 on the way for the Zerg. So that's a win.
Less nice. DRG getting up a 6 hatchery, which is nice. And Kira throwing up extra command centers. TvZ has just completely changed gears.
Yep.
It is a beautiful thing.
The patrolling lings and mainlings getting very dizzy.
Imagine you're a Terran and you just walk up on that. You're just like,
So-
do we interrupt them?
Like, so basically these lings have rabies.
Oh, right, yeah. Those might
That's how
things do
animals
weird
act.
things.
Yeah.
Rabies is scary, man.
Yeah, try to avoid getting rabies if you can. Pro tip from Falcon and LaughNgamez.
If there's a bat in your attic, call an exterminator. I know you may think you've got something to prove.
Yeah, don't get bit by animals.
Don't go get on your old hockey gear and a tennis racket.
Oh boy,
It's
the
not
lings
worth
are inside the house a little bit. The lings biting you probably gives you rabies.
Probably. Oh god, it's like space rabies.
Oh man, the worst kind.
Imagine the needle they'd have to give you for that.
Dude, rabies shots, they give it to you in your stomach. Did you know that?
I know that. That's why I'm afraid of rabies.
That's horrible. I hate shots anyway. Getting it in my stomach's like, wow, really?
I have no problem with getting shots, but the idea of getting a needle in the tummy does not feel well. Widowmine's
No.
hitting everything, but then
But all the Terran army is dead.
Zerg
All
and a
of it.
Zerg, and somehow the 2 Thors make it out of there.
That's incredible. They're gonna make it all the way home? By golly, they are. That's
to be a
ridiculous. It is. Siege tanks are like, that used to be us. That was us for a good long time.
Thank gosh, not anymore.
Man,
Gosh, that was the most lamest thing they could have ever added.
I can't believe how long it lasted. For some reason, my brain thought it was like a patch or two, but it was like a year and a half.
Yeah, it was
That's insane.
It was crazy. That was literally just the staff at Blizzard sitting around the table with the executives, and the executives are like, "How are you gonna sell this game?" And they're like, "I guess we could make tanks fly, I guess." That's good. That's good.
Write that down. Well, and what's crazy is even Terran players hated it. It made TvZ an absolute nightmare. So it's not even like a third of your player base was like, yes, please keep this forever. Even Terrans are like, we're okay with this going away, honestly.
Yeah, they're just like, we'd like actually tanks to be good. Because tanks were garbage, actually, as far as their stats were concerned.
But by golly, they were so mobile. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, gosh, remember like a TVT base trade? It's like, surprise, tanks in your base.
Yep.
That is a
sieged
lot
up.
of Banelings.
And Ultras, and Cure's just running.
That is...
So everything here is dead.
The PF can be repaired. Yeah, give that a hug. The
Gonna
Ultra
save it?
shell.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna save the planetary. Well, temporarily. I think the mutas are gonna help kill it now.
There's a lot of turrets around that, though.
Oh no, you're right. Dude, he saved the planetary.
And those turrets
Cure,
are
you
going
boss.
ham.
Also, Kier's attacking at the 1 o'clock position.
Huh, that's good to see.
Hey, hatchdown. 11 drones killed. Drones running for their lives in the opposite direction of where safety is.
And the Thor makes it out again.
Oh my gosh, the Thors, though. This is a crazy game 1.
Yeah. Both the players are playing incredibly darn well. Kier is in a bit of a rough spot since he did lose so much supply to DRG. I wanted to say that fight was inefficient, but Kier's still up about 4,000 to 5,000 resources lost. So as long as he holds on, I mean, he's sitting pretty. But DRG is going to catch Kier a little bit out on the map, which is not good for Kier. He's kiting back with his bio. Yeah, looks like a little bit too much Zerg, and Kier's in big, big trouble. And the PF is just saying, oh no, not again.
Yeah, okay, now the planetary goes down. DRG had some unfinished business in this section of the map. I do like the skin for Ultras, and the Banelings, actually. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Kinda shiny Ultras.
The Mexicans are pretty cool.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think this is probably a GG. DongRegu is in complete
Kier's
control
still
here.
on 4 bases, but he's pretty
Yeah.
mined out. I think he's got enough in the tank that maybe he can remax once more. And if he can take cost-efficient fights like Dream did against Rogue, then maybe. Just maybe. Because he does have that extra command center still. It's not like he's got no bases. He's actually got 2 extra command centers, so... Kier can potentially take another base. I think he's just got to play it passive.
Yeah, I don't think he can really move out at this point.
Kier scans and says, well, that's quite a bit of Zerg, but really it's not that much. I mean, it's 26 Banes, 3 Ultras, there's Ghosts that are coming out rapidly for Kier, as he's already at 6. A nuke is being called in. That's a great move to distract the Zerg. That's pulling everything from DongRegu back home, really.
Buys you a bunch of time. Wow.
Pulling back the mutas, the main army does take a fight, but not a great one against Kier, and Kier does have that 5th base on the way. There's the Mule Hammer for the Terran, and Kier's really just got to hold on. Like, he knows DongRegu is going to attack him. He's just got to hold on.
This creep spread is nuts. Attack coming into the 6 o'clock. I think that's another dead planetary.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
loses the orbital too. That's
orbital, and only surprisingly 2 SCVs died, although I think more are coming. Yep. 6. Could be worse. Steady targeting.
Oh,
Overseer.
Nice.
I like sniping the Overseers.
Snipe
Makes your
everything.
invisible ghosts remain invisible.
Alright, so Kier, I mean, he's still mining off that base. His supply is going up. DRG is not making anything that really makes the Zerg trade more efficiently against the Terran. So as far as I'm concerned, he can just sit back and try and hold on until his position improves.
So the problem is DongRegu has no interest in allowing that.
Yeah, and he
as we're
has got a
seeing
lot.
here. Yeah.
Mines are gonna burrow. They get some decent connections on the Zerg force. Everything comes back, but this is still a very, very good trade for Kier.
It was, but DongRegu is getting his like 7th or 8th base right now.
Oh my gosh, the splits from DongRegu were pretty darn good. Or
Pretty good.
Were rather good.
But I mean, 7 mutas, 48 Zerglings, and an Ultralisk in production for 4 Marines and 4 Ultras. Like, this is not sustainable.
No.
DongRegu just has so much more income in both. Wow, look at that! In both minerals and in gas right now, it is just massively in favor of the Zerg player. This does not feel like Dream settling in a defensive position and trying to win the long game. It feels like Kier is hemorrhaging pretty badly.
DRG getting that 5th base was absolutely huge for him.
Yeah, good snipes though, not bad.
Like, getting that 5th base, it just completely throws the Terran off, and then it's a battle from the Terran from then on. Oh, the Widowmine! Oh, big connection. The PF going to be next under fire, as the Bio is going to try and save this base, but the Bio shall not be able to save this base.
No, a good SCV pull. Like a lesser Terran player would have tried to get the SCVs in there for the repair, but no, that's not happening. Not with the Banelings, for sure. 58 Lings in production. DongRegu at this point, so let's take a look.
Here's 100% dead now.
He's lost 364 Zerglings.
Oh.
Has 50, is making 20 more. He's very Ling dependent today, and it's working out for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, this all comes back to DongRegu taking down Kier's 5th base. Kier knows that it's over. GG gets called.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. DongRegu looking extremely good in that game. I don't know that he was ever really behind. Yeah, actually, if you look at the army value graph, he was never once lower than the Terran's army supply the entire time. pretty good sign you're doing all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in into this tournament. Make sure to go ahead and let your friends know that it's going on. Follow Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter. Retweet the tweets. All that jazz. Check out the Matcherino.
Yeah, what else are you going to do on your Friday night during quarantine times, huh?
Not much.
You go out to the club? I don't think so.
Yeah, you gonna go to the club and catch the Rona? No, you're not.
No.
You're gonna stay home and watch Starcraft like a good boy.
That's right. And what better Starcraft to watch right now than this? I'll tell you, there's nothing else.
There ain't.
This is it. This is your option.
There ain't a lot of Friday night or late night cups at this time.
It's a better time for Korea, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe some very, very morning-y Europeans.
Super early risers. But sure, why not?
But yeah, here we are in the bottom left-hand side of the map. It is Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Blue Terran Cure.
And at the top right, it is my favorite Zerg player right now, Dongregu.
Some would say the one true Dong.
They certainly would. Currently playing for the Afreeca Freaks on Afreeca TV. It all comes full circle.
How perfect is that?
Extraordinarily perfect. Alright, well, Kyr's decided not to go for the cowardly proxy attack. Dongregu is checking for proxies with the overlords, but not the drone, and will not find anything. In fairness, it's a pretty big map for that sort of shenanigans, but the proxies generally don't care about that.
Yeah, it all depends on Kyr's mood, whether he'll go for a proxy or not. Like, sometimes he'll just be like, I'll give the series a try, and then just proxies 3 times. Making Solar hate his life.
Yeah. Poor Solar, honestly. I mean, there's not many ways you can make a Zerg player hate their lives, but proxying 3 times in a row is pretty good.
Absolutely.
You know, for a while there, we were seeing kind of like a 2 battle cruiser rush style against Zerg that seemed really hard to stop.
I've never learned how to do that build, despite being someone who BC rushes every TvZ.
It seemed like even elite Zerg players were like, wait, there's 2? Crap. But then I haven't seen it probably in a month, and I assume Zerg players figured it out, but I don't know what they did.
Yeah, I think it's such a big commitment for the Terran, and for it to really work, they need to go for like a super duper greedy 3cc, like cut Hellions and everything in order to afford it. So it is a very, very greedy build. But
yeah, fair.
Yeah, I just remember, like, I think it was Marine Lord who really first showcased it. He's like, 2 BCs into Cyril's base, 4 BCs into Cyril's base, 6 BCs.
Yeah.
But then he lost all of his BCs, and it's like, okay, the game's over.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes your BCs go away. Yeah. Amazing. Anyway, I don't know. I struggle against 1. If 2 showed up, I'd be like, all right, GG. How many queens do I need? I would say
300, you say? Because that's actually how BCs scale against queens.
Seriously. Like, it's 5 for the first one, and then like 100 for the second one, and then 1,000,000 for anything after that.
It's just an exponential function.
Yep. It's basic math, people. Look it up. Alright, Kyr, what are your plans here?
Ooh, a Banshee.
I do love a good Banshee.
It's been a minute since we've seen a Banshee.
I think it's impossible for Banshees to get 0 drone kills in this matchup. They always seem to get at least 2 or 3. So, I don't know. It's never a dead investment, I don't think. Even if the Zerg player is prepared for it. Not as good. Oh, I'm committing to Cloak. Okay, so that's more than one Banshee then. It's at least two.
Now, I mean, DRG's Overlord did get in and see something building out of that starport.
Yep. Man, that's so many things, though. Like, Liberator, Viking, and Banshee are all very viable in this matchup at this point in the game, so I don't know that tells DRG what it is.
I mean, the thing is, he didn't see Cloak researching, so he's not gone for Spores yet.
Nice.
He's like, oh, well, whatever it is, since there's no Cloak, that means I can defend it with Queens. But in reality, there is going to be Cloak in about 20-ish seconds.
Yeah, Spores, I mean, geez, just tossing up safety Spores.
Ah, there we go. DRG's so smart.
Yeah, I mean, this is the pretty standard timing against Terran as well. It's about 5 minutes, 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay, we see Spine even on the way for Dong Ragu, which is kind of cute. Maybe we're worried about some Hellbat shenanigans. Who knows? Ling's heading towards the third base of Cure. Could get a lot of damage done, as there's a fair few SCVs there that could potentially be picked off. The army of Cure is not in position to help out with this, but the Hellions do come back to the third base.
Yeah, the Lings are... There's a tiny window, but they're just happy to hang out. See, look, Banshee's getting 3 kills. I mean, I know it's not good, but one of these days I just want to see a player go, like, 10 Banshees with Hyperflight. It just
I hate
the Zerg all sorts of problems.
I hate it.
You
There's
hate
no
playing
better
against
way
it?
to throw a game.
It's true. Like I said, it's not good. But it's kind of fun. Like, they've got the flames coming out the back, and they're shooting around, sniping entire hatcheries down.
They're definitely fun to play with.
Yeah.
But Banshees would have to shoot nukes for them to pay for themselves.
Yes.
Because
So
they're just that fragile that if you've got 10, it's like, well, you're going to lose at least 3. And 3 Banshees costs a heck of a lot.
I would feel okay if, I don't know, maybe made Banshees a little tankier. Like, I don't think that would make them overpowered as a Zerg player. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, make Hyperflight rotors give them like an extra 10 HP or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you want to invest into fast Banshees, we'll make them a little more survivable. That seems fair. Of course, who knows when the next balance patch for Starcraft will be. It could be, you know, in 4 years.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world, but...
No, I mean... Alright, here we go. Ling's Mutas coming in. The Banshees are pretty useless against these here Mutas, as they would be. Whoa,
yeah, the Marines are
Widowmine
definitely
shot!
not, though.
Ooh, Widowmine, big shot there. I think Dong Ryu thought he got that second Widowmine, but he missed.
Yeah, I mean, he flew directly over the SCVs, so he did want to bait that out onto the SCVs.
Yeah, friendly fire. I don't know. I think we talked about this last Afreeca, but there has not been a balanced patch for Brood War since 2001. And somehow, like, game balances itself. Like, stuff shows up and it looks really overpowered and everyone hates it, and then players figure it out, and it morphs and it changes, and we do it again. It's really kind of amazing.
Yeah, Blizzard arguably should have taken that approach more to StarCraft 2.
Yeah, maybe let the community figure things out more often.
Instead of giving in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this too. There have been situations where it really feels like something is entirely unstoppable. And there have been really quick patches. But I don't know. Maybe if we gave Protoss another month to figure out that 3-base Hydra timing, they could have figured it out.
Yeah.
But we'll never know, you know?
I mean, the design things... I'd argue design is a whole entirely different thing. Like, back when the Hydra push was really popular, Hydras could outrange cannons. Now that was just silly.
Yes, fair. Did they really with their range upgrade?
Yep, with the range upgrade, they outranged cannons by 1.
That's an important aspect.
Yeah, so that was rather poor design.
Yeah.
And it's it's like I always say to quote that, the Swarm Host Nidus era, or I mean this old Heart of the Swarm Host era was literally the most balanced time the game's ever been. Win rates for every matchup was within like 0.5% or something.
That's ridiculous.
And so it was perfect design, but god awful, or it was perfect balance, but god awful design.
Yes. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. We should work for the balance team.
What balance team?
We should offer to be a pro bono balance team for Blizzard.
Just come on, guys. We come up with these ideas once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. You don't have to do them. Like, we're not telling you you have to follow our suggestions, but we'll make them. Man, apparently somebody went onto Reddit and made like a suggestion for a balance patch for Brood War, and Artosis just like murdered them.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that video.
So, yeah, people are not super into like
No.
not the expert doing this. Ow. What am I?
Well, it's just so funny in a sense, like how as those mutas get an alright amount of damage done. It's just so funny how there's people who can still be like a fan of Brood War and play Brood War and have ideas about Brood War, but not understand that Brood War doesn't get patches.
Right. I don't know how you missed that. I don't know. Yeah. It's a 20-year-old game, people. It's not getting new balance patches ever again.
Kira's use of turrets, I'll say, is something that's a little more distinct to his play. Like, he's always having like 3-4 turrets in his base, whereas Dream was mainly more just about the positioning of his units.
I support it.
Great Widowmine connection there, helping thin out those lings. Good targeting, deals with the Banes. And I'll say that that's kind of cool for Kira, because when you've got like that many turrets, like 4 turrets, it seems that he actually does get 1 or 2 muta kills, which does help pay for them a little bit. And does take a weight off his shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, mutas aren't cheap. There's a reason they're so good, and it's because they're expensive. Coming into that third base again.
Oh, that's a lot of Banes. The one Marauder is like, hold the door!
I got this! Oh, man. Here, buddy. This is not going well. Medevac's getting sniped. Somehow that Medevac's alive with like 4 HP.
DRG is making an infester.
I think that's an accident?
The
Like you
Dirk
make an accidental
Fester.
swarm host sometimes? Yeah.
Yeah, Kira, I mean, he's still got 4 bases. He's got extra CCs coming, but the thing about DRG is, with him babysitting his mutas, more so than someone like Rogue, is that he takes better fights than Rogue.
Yes. Every time, just about.
Like, how many mutas has DRG lost? 8.
Yeah, that's... I don't know. It's alright. That queen is alive somehow. Wow.
She just shuffles away.
She just, like, taunts them and then, like, runs. Oh, boy. This is just so much!
Like, yeah, that is a lot of Zerg. Oh my god, it's a sea of Banes.
The relative amount of army that we've seen in these engagements compared to Dream versus Rogue
just
are
blows up
stark.
absolutely everything.
Yeah, like Rogue would show up with that army, but then like Dream would have enough to handle it. But Cure's just like, no, not enough at all.
DRG just knows exactly where to put his Banelings, whereas Rogue kind of just throws them.
Well, and I think Dream was preparing better for it. He had the pre-splits going. He had more.
True.
He had more Widow Mines. I mean, part of it is just Cure can't afford to do what Dream was doing. I mean, that base is nice.
But is he going to be able to hold it when he's not able to hold on to his 4th base?
No, probably not. DRG is not interested.
Absolutely not.
DRG is going after that 4th base again.
And Kier's trying to split his army up. You know, like put some Marauders over here, some Marines over there, and then enough Banelings come across to wipe the floor.
But yeah, it reaches the point where It's just, it doesn't matter how well you split.
Yeah, and the bio has not even been pre-split at all either for Cure.
No. I don't know that it would matter. Again, these numbers are not good.
My gosh, it's just so many Banes.
There are so many.
Cure made
Dr.
this
Goo's
PF
like,
here, and DRG's
Bane?
like, oh, a PF? I'll just keep on going.
Yeah, Bane nerf? What Bane nerf, he says. Every Zerg player on Earth is like, man, the Banes. I wish they were better. He's like, what are you talking about? These are great. You just make 50 of them.
Yeah,
He's
just
making
make some more.
37 more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that Queen Chi gets Widowmined after running with a Thor.
Man, if anybody watching this would be like, is this pre-Bane nerf? What is DRG doing? Why is it working so well? I don't know, man. He just overcompensates. It's just like Banelings. Okay, used to be able to use 12 Banelings here. I'll just make 30. It'll be fine. Same result. This one Widowmine's like, hold the line.
Oh my gosh, there they
hold
are.
on.
Here it comes.
Hold on. That Widowmine, though.
It's just...
Never mind, it's
the
gone.
mega,
Right.
the mega Bane ball just crashes into the PF and leaves.
This is
Oh
so
man,
sad. You're funny.
DRG just walks into Kira's house, eats everything out of the fridge, leaves the door open.
Poops on his carpet. It's like just ultimate disrespect here.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and DRG's like, hey, you got some units out on the map? I'll take those.
Actually, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Do whatever you want, Kier.
There must be
just
more
gonna go-
bases for me to kill somewhere. That bio's doing well till the Ultra shows up. Oh my, he's just using Banelings as a gosh darn eraser.
And I mean, yes, you're right. Kier wasn't splitting super well, but man, Hongry is looking absolutely terrifying. Like in ways that I've not seen him look terrifying.
Yeah, that was something.
Wow. All right. So that, yes, as LaughNgamez said, that was using Banelings as an eraser, a one-size-fits-all removal of Terran units, which honestly it was for a long time, and then they got nerfed, and you don't see this anymore. But no one told Dongrigu. He didn't get the patch notes.
Yeah, well done by Dongrigu.
Wow. Okay, well, we're going to move into a game number 3 here on Romanticide. Thanks to everybody who has hit the Matcherino. So I'll kill credit in there using the coupon code. Thank you, kill credit. Farron doing the same thing. Ian coming through with the coupon code.
Yeah, I'll link that in chat.
Like, there's 3 Ians in here, so thank you very much. Copenhagen DOS with the 50 cents. Everyone's great. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, in the bottom right-hand side of the map, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it's Cure.
And in the top left, feeling utterly confident for Afreeca Freaks, it's Dongrigu. The one true Dong. I mean, God, it was supposed to be year of the Terran LaughNgamez. Terrans are doing so well in premier tournaments, and Dongrigu is just like, you know what? No. Not in Africa world. Not today.
Yeah, it might have been a while since we had a Terran win Afreeca World.
Let's look it up, Internet. What do you have for us? La, 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 la. Dream one
Oh, okay.
in October. So, like, we're fine. And then Special one in September. Innovation one in April. Masa one in April. I mean, we've had more Terran wins this year than anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 Terran wins. And 6 Protoss wins. And only 2 Zerg wins. Well, feels a little surprising.
Well, we'll probably have one more of those.
Yeah, it's looking extremely likely based on our finals proposed matchup. Well,
And I
Not.
Let's see here. Do something different. Make me proud.
Maybe
Reaper?
we'll get a magical Reaper that kills all these lings and like 6 drones.
Maybe if DRG accidentally cancels his queen.
Yeah.
Goes to cancel his spore, cancels his queen instead.
Oh, that'd be disastrous. That might just be GG. Like, is that game endy? Maybe. Dong Ragu, bust out a battle cruiser. Come on. Or Cure, sorry. Cure, bust out a battle cruiser. Or, you know, make a third CC at sub 3 minutes, whatever you want to do.
You do you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I like the Reaper over here, kind of blocking the third a little bit. I've talked about this before. I like it very much.
Yeah, DRG taking a slightly later third, but then he's got a Roach Warren on the way, and oh, the Reaper died before seeing the Roach Warren.
That's what happens when speed is done. The Reaper dies.
That was like a 35 drone Roach Warren.
Yeah, that's extremely fast.
The 40 is when you know it's for safety.
Uh-huh.
And he's only on 2 bases still. Oh, DRG, you dog.
He's going for the quick kill. He has no interest in getting to the 15-minute mark of this game.
And Cure, not going for any Hellions, is going to have no idea this is coming. Oh, DRG, you dog. Just expecting him to be able to kill that Reaper. And then just walk over and kill Cure.
Easy peasy.
Turning some of those roaches into Ravagers, he'll be able to cross the ball down high-profile targets like the bunker or siege tank if there was any.
If this is where I'd have my siege tank, if I had any.
Who wants to do the last rites for Cure?
I'm not good at that. But Cure was a good Terran player. Scouted properly, his macro was good.
Did he scout properly though?
He tried. he didn't gimp on it. Not like he didn't scout at all. And he will go to that great Terran haven in the sky with other Terran players of the past.
Alright, the Marines are stimming on top of the Ravagers with the SCVs to buffer, but there's a lot of nasty corrosive vials in there. Is Cure gonna hold this by some miracle? The corrosive vials are looking real nasty.
No, we are not. Ling's rolling in, getting extra damage done. I mean, no.
It was a noble attempt.
It really was really
Like,
super
those Marines, they went gung-ho.
Nope. 10 kill Ravager and 12 kill Ravager. Like, never see 12 kill Ravagers. This is crazy. The micro's insane. Lings, all you need are speedlings to augment right now with the Ravagers. And
Yeah.
say saw.
GG, DRG takes a swift 3-0 against Cure.